to give you another quick testimony from Kenya, and this is in a pretty remote town, and I'll leave the name out. But in this town we were going there with our friend who pastors out there, and his church started as a result of sports and soccer. Amazing story. So he obviously has a heart for young people using soccer and volleyball, because that's how his church started. He reached so many of these, the church started. So it's a really good church now. So we were going to go out there and spend a Monday afternoon training some other leaders in the town to also be able to use sports as a tool for discipleship making and evangelism. So we go out there. We're expecting about a dozen people, mostly handful of church leaders. Ended up being between 75 and 100 people there on a Monday afternoon, and they're almost all young men between the ages of 18 to 25. What happened was word got out that sports ministry was coming to town, and everybody who plays soccer or volleyball wanted to be there. So we have an entire church jam-packed, not a seat left, standing in the back to learn about sports ministries. So when so there's me and another Kenyan friend of mine he can do some teaching, and another guy. And so we were going to train leaders on how to do sports ministries, but as you have an entire room full of college-age men, the focus becomes a little different. So we ended up spending a couple hours talking about relationships, talking about marriage, talking about work ethic, talking about God's call on your life, talking about salvation, talking about who you are. I mean, just all these things that a young man needs to know, purity, morality. So we basically ran a young men's conference as well. We tied it all into football and volleyball. And so it was an awesome time. In fact, as one of them was speaking, he invited anybody who wanted to follow Jesus to stand up. 14 of these young guys are like adamantly, I want to become a Christian. And so they were able to connect with them and get them involved with churches. Ended up being 8 different soccer teams there, and 4 different volleyball teams were in the mix. And so we also, in a practical way, helped them to form a league. And so they have teams to play, and so they'll have a president of the league who will work with us. And we're going to help get them some soccer balls and volleyballs. And then it was so funny at the end, somebody who works for the MP, the member of parliament, was there. He got so excited, he comes forward, he says, I just want to let you know that in our town there aren't any soccer fields. So I will make a promise from the MP that we're going to make a soccer field right outside of town, right there. And so this is going to be where we're going to play. And so now these guys stumbled into a meeting just because they heard the word something about soccer. What was the result of it was many of them came to a saving knowledge of Jesus Christ. All of them got on teams and formed a league, and they got land of a place they can play, and all of them are connected to the church. This was an incredible Monday afternoon. I didn't even really want to go to the meeting because there were so many other things going on. But God has a ripe harvest, and as long as we're faithful to the call, great things will happen. So these are the types of things that you're supporting. So we need to get, 8 of those teams. We said, we'll get you all a soccer ball. And so they're excited about that. So those are the types of things, though, that as you support the ISA, they go to, making a huge difference in young people's lives for now and for all of eternity. Thank you so much.